Yes, what's going on, everybody? Get in there, my son. It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little stream for you lads and lasses. We are back here to discuss the big sort of breaking news this afternoon that Jadon Sancho could be on his way to Chelsea after they have submitted an official bid for him this afternoon. A loan deal move by all accounts, and we're going to cover the reaction and fallout and the latest breaking news that sort of gets going at the start of this one. Welcome into everybody. Thank you very much for getting in the live show. I don't know if you heard that at the start there. Maybe you missed that whole entire intro because it's messed up on my end. But there you go. That's why I usually have an intro, isn't it? But whatever. Anyway, Jadon Sancho to Chelsea. Looks like it could be on the cards, is what I was saying, due to the fact that he has had an official bid submitted by Chelsea. And it's a loan deal move, it seems. So we're going to cover the reaction and everything that's going to happen over the coming hours, obviously, on this channel. So get yourself involved. Do us a favour at the start of this little show. Smash that like button on it. Give us a big thumbs up at the start of the show. Welcome into everybody in the chat here. Let me see who is up in here in the live show. We have got indeed Jim Watkins. What's going on there? John, Dave Lister, Jim, Dave Lister, Neil Duffin. How are you doing there, my friend? How are you getting on? Hopefully you can see me. What's up there, Vincent Bullock as well? How you doing? Gav's Highlights, let's go. Well, you say that, Gav's Highlights, but I personally think, he's a reject suitable for a reject club. And that sort of makes sense, why they would want him at Chelsea. He sort of fits right in. Another prima donna egomaniac meltbag to fit in with the very many egomaniac prima donna melt bags that you currently have. So yeah, it's a good fit all round, really. Neil Duffin, I'm not too shabby, but it's great to see you, bud. How have you been? Big up Disco Dave, Craig Herbert, ZX Flames, Jim Watkins, Luke CXT Mill, John, Billy, and everybody else. As I say, hit the thumbs up button at the start of this stream. Also, you can do us a favour and share us around if you want. There's a link at the top of the live chat there. Give us a repost on Twitter. You know it makes sense. Right. So let's cover the news then. So a little while ago, just before this stream, exclusive, Chelsea submit official bid to Manchester United for Jadon Sancho. Understood it's an initial loan proposal, similar to terms offered by Juventus, but total package higher. Sancho open and keen to join in Chelsea, so up to the club's Man United to decide. Yeah, well, if Sancho's up for it, he's reportedly, given a green light to the move. If Sancho's up for it, get him gone. It's not ideal to sell him to a rival or to loan him to a rival, especially if it is just a loan. United need to be getting some top whack for this deal, If he is just going on loan for a season, well, we need to be getting some top whack money at the start of this deal. Otherwise, it's just a bit of a piss take, because what we're doing, we're weakening ourselves and strengthening a rival. It's a little bit gash, but we've got to be getting some top whack money for a loan move. And obviously he is on high wages, so just the fact that you could potentially get him off of the books and have Chelsea cover his wages for the season obviously makes it appealing for us, because then we don't have to pay 250k a week for an absolute spud. But Chelsea obviously still have to reach that deal with Manchester United. The terms seemingly at the moment are about a loan move. So how do you feel about that, guys? I mean, I would have much rather have seen him go abroad. I don't really want to see him play for a Premier League rival, particularly one that, could be challenging for around the same sort of spots in the league as us come the end of the season. Then again, Jadon Sancho is actually kind of gash as a footballer, and I'm not really too concerned that he's going to do too much over there, but it could come back to bite us, I suppose. But if his attitude's like it is at Manchester United, then I'm pretty sure he's going to be bang average, because that's all he's ever really been at this football club. But the actual deal, though, in my opinion, it depends on what the terms of the deal are as to whether or not this makes sense. Fair enough, if it's a loan move and they're paying, 10 million up front or something crazy, and then there's a potential for him to leave again in the summer, maybe with an obligation to buy. Probably not an obligation to buy, that's probably unrealistic. But an option to buy could be in the deal as well, which maybe gives you the possibility of him going out next summer. And there already being a sort of deal in place. If he does well at Chelsea, then I'm sure they would like to activate such a clause. And it's not a lot of money you'd be dealing with. I mean, probably like 30 million quid or something could get Jadon Sancho right now, even though he's a young homegrown talent, because his attitude sucks and his performance is even worse. So, yeah, like that is quite possible that you could get that for him. But, remains to be seen on on that front, whether or not there would be an option to actually buy him, or if it's or an obligation to buy him even, could also be a possibility, I suppose. The most likely of it is it's just like a season-long loan. And if it's just a season-long loan with, I don't know, them covering his wages and maybe a small fee, I don't like it, because then it's just like sort of helping Chelsea, I suppose. Unless he could be Agent Sancho and just go over there and rock the boat like he does, upset the apple cart at Chelsea there a little bit there, and make it a shit show. That could also happen. We're just basically dropping him behind enemy lines there to run riot. But no, guys. Jadon Sancho, £73 million signing. All the hopes, all the expectations, all the ambitions we had of this player at this football club, and his career at United has been shambolic. Super lazy, super uninspiring. He's had his moments here and there. He scored a few good goals, whatever, but his overall performances and displays have been bang average over the years. And he came in with such high expectations, and he just hasn't met them at all. Over this transfer window, we've basically been sort of rating these outgoing players' careers at Manchester United out of 10. Like we discussed people like Scott McTominay. We've discussed people like, Martial and these guys, and we've rated them out of 10. Well, I'm going to ask the live chat now to give Mr. Jadon Sancho a career rating out of 10. That's a Manchester United career rating out of 10. Forget Dortmund or anything before. Just his career rating out of 10 at United. I'm going to give him a 2 out of 10. 2. 2 out of 10, guys. 2 out of 10. He's been bang averagely guff and shite, in my opinion. Now, 1 out of 10, that's probably like, or 0 out of 10, that's probably like Alexis Sanchez levels of guff, So there's still room for some more extra guff there. So I'm giving Sancho a 2, but in reality, he's absolutely been poor. And also, it's been a period of like upset and unrest with this player at the club. Like, he's just kind of like throwing his toys out the pram at any opportunity. Never really sort of buckled down and given it his all and just been a true professional. He's never eaten the corporate shit sandwich that everybody has to eat sometimes, Ten Hag, if he wants to have a little bit of a moan over a game, he's your manager. You've got to keep it stum. You've got to keep your mouth shut. You can't go out there flapping the old gums or twiddling the old fingertips on Instagram and all this guff and giving it the big one and undermining the manager. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, he's just obviously one of those, isn't he? He's a bit of a troublemaker, I think, because that's all we've ever had with him since he's been here at the football club is issues, troubles on and off the pitch as well, reported laziness in training and all this sorts of stuff. I'm sure he's a heck of a nice guy on a night out or whatever, but when he's representing our football club, Manchester United, to a piss poor standard on the regular, well, he can 0-1-2-1, do one, my son. Gavs, I hope you're having a good one, you legend. Hey, big up there, John, for the super chat. I missed that. Sorry, lad. Get in there, John. He says he's a Chelsea fan. He said it at Dortmund. Well, fair enough. I mean, isn't he like originally from sort of like somewhere London way, isn't he? I don't know. But he, fair enough. There you go. I think it's a good move for him in general because obviously he's going to a big club. He's the type of guy who wants to play for a big team. It's good for his ego. It's good for his rep. It's good for his ego. You know what I mean? So maybe he will want to do that. Yeah, it's obviously attractive to play in the capital, I suppose, in that sort of cosmopolitan city setting and all that kind of vibe. So yeah, fair enough. I mean, there you go. I think it's quite likely this. It looks like he's wanting to go. It's just dependent on whether Chelsea are prepared to let this happen. They're also working on, other deals as well, like trying to get maybe Raheem Sterling gone. They've offered Arsenal the chance to sign him this morning. And then also they're still working on Osimhen, I believe. So there's a few things going on. 1.5, 1, 5, 2, 3... 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Neil says, I agree with Piggy, 2. 0.69. Bang average doesn't sound like a 2. Well, when I say bang average means, I guess bang average technically means right in the middle. You know what I mean? I guess that's what that technically means. Okay, well, he's bang shite then. You know what I mean? Maybe he's not bang average. I guess what you're saying, average, bang in the middle average, yeah. No, he's bang shite, this guy. He really is bang shite. What's up? 0793, how you doing? 0, 10. Yeah, 0 out of 10. Hey, Nut, what's going on, you legend as well? Ulf says, sell them out to Juve. Well, if we could get rid of him, right, for any sort of a money on a permanent transfer, then that's the ultimate. You don't really want to be loading him out here and there, you know, whatever. That's bullshit. We loaded him out last season. Well, we're just going to have some bloody mercenary melt on our books, loading him out on the time. It's bollocks. We need to get him gone permanently, yeah. Hopefully there's some sort of option/obligation to buy if there could be a deal done with Chelsea. Juventus seemingly not happy with the terms of our deal that we were wanting. Chelsea reportedly prepared to up those terms from Juventus's deal, so, you know, reportedly have given us a good offer. They would have to because they're a Premier League rival. And Sterling, okay, so go on then. Right, what's happening with Sterling at the moment really is just that, well, I think there's maybe an outright interest or an outside interest from Manchester United. Arteta was asked about Raheem Sterling and the potential that maybe he could be going to Arsenal, because obviously Arsenal have been offered him this morning, and there are a lot of speculations that maybe they could be looking to add him to their ranks. And this is what Arteta said earlier on, about an hour ago, when asked about the situation. He said, on last minute signing, let's see, it's always possible. In the last 24 hours of the transfer window, never rule out anything. And he was asked about Sterling. He said, Sterling, I cannot talk about any player of another team. You know I never do. So, you know, he's obviously not giving anything away there. But they've been offered him. That's the report. And yeah, they may well be interested in bringing him in. Do you think we should bring in Raheem Sterling, guys? Yes or no? Get your thoughts and opinions in. I mean, the reality is we are looking a little bit lightweight in those wide areas now. Now that we allowed Pellistri to go, we've got Antony dos Gastos, who is a little bit on the gash side of things. You've obviously got Mr. Ahmad Diallo, who's looking really good, but what if he gets a knock on that left side? Garnacho's the man for me. I love Alejandro Garnacho. Guy's an absolute baller. Marcus Rashford's Rashford. And if there's any injuries to those guys, we're looking a little bit gash in those areas, aren't we? And we would have to go and probably have a little bit more depth, otherwise we're going to struggle. So I guess Sterling coming in a way, makes a little bit of sense. He's an extra body, somebody to replace Sancho. What would have made more sense was just to have kept Facundo Pellistri. That would have made the most absolute sense. But apparently, no, that wasn't a way of thinking. Or maybe we were trying to, I don't know, decide the future of Sancho at the time. But either way, we've allowed Facundo to go. Now we are in the position where Sancho's going, and we'll probably be a little bit lightweight in those areas. So we've done ourselves up a little bit here. We need to sign somebody else in that wide area or get somebody on loan. I suppose if you're clambering around trying to get somebody, Sterling's better than no one. But I don't really want Raheem Sterling. You know, he's sort of the headless chicken variety of footballer to me. You know, but he's an experienced player who has done quality things in the past, and he's had good spells in his career. But and he's also a scummer, though. He's played for a lot of the scum clubs. You know, he's a scummer, guys. Let's face it. He's a triple scummer. Mate, thank you very much here for the super chat there, my son. Let's go. Big up there, Luke CX. Thank you so much, guys. Break out the love hearts and red panties there for Luke. Thank you, Luke CX. Also, if you're just getting in the stream, we've got 123 legends in the live chat, but we don't have 123 likes on the video. So there's something up there, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on it. Give us a big like on the video. That helps boost us up there on the YouTube shy algorithm. So give us a big old like spike. Share us around. Get yourself involved. Hit the subscribe button if new and have your say. Big up Luke CX, by the way. He says it's a difficult situation for United. Why is that not popping up on the screen? All of these messages have been popping up on the screen, haven't they, before? But this one's not. Let's have a look at this David Ornstein tweet. Thank you very much there. I'll just sort that out in a moment, Luke. Apparently there's a new tweet here from David Ornstein. We're just going to have a quick look at, folks. In regards to Sancho, yes, okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. This has just come out a few minutes ago. David Ornstein has tweeted a report saying that Chelsea expected to strike deal with Manchester United to sign Jadon Sancho before the transfer window closes. No formal agreements in place yet, but the situation is advancing that way. Man United winger wants to complete the proposed Chelsea move. Get in there, my son. Good. See you later on, Jadon Sancho. That's good news. Let me get that up on screen. Thank you for telling me about that tweet there as well, guys. Much love. Thank you very much. Let's get in there with this report then. I'll get Luke's super chat up in a moment. But this is the new bit of information here from David Ornstein. It's on screen now. It just says the following, that Chelsea expected to strike a deal with Manchester United to sign Jadon Sancho before the transfer window closes. No formal agreements in place yet, but situation advancing that way. Come on, get in there, my son. I mean, look, it depends on the deal, doesn't it? In one way, we're strengthening a rival, I suppose, but if we get decent money for him, he's just not even going to play for us. That's the thing. If he stays, he's not going to play, and he's just going to be literally dead weight. So you might as well get him off the books, get his wages off the books, get him gone for the season, I suppose. And obviously he won't be, if he's just on a loan deal, unless it's written into the like a clause in the deal, he won't be able to play against us, but he'll be obviously able to play against other teams, unless it's obviously in the clause that he can play against us. But there you go, or in the contract that he can play against us. So there you go. I mean, that is a big update there. Let me just try and fix this, because something's gashed up here with my live chat malarkey. So just give me a second, and I'll try and fix it, and then get your super chat up on screen there, Mr. Luke CX lad. Okay, right, should work now. So Luke CX, no, it's broken. Well, that's a bit, oh, there it is. It's worked. Luke CX, big up yourself, my man. Thank you so much. He says, it's a difficult situation for United. If he stays and rots on the bench, that is not great. Say he goes to Chelsea and tears it up. That's embarrassing too. Sancho has other power. The player power in this one is pretty mad. You're right, Luke, and I can't agree more with you. It's, it could go our way. The ideal scenario is that we get some good money for him. He goes on loan to Chelsea. He's shite and absolutely does nothing, and it's just a waste of time and money for them. That's it, palming our problems off onto them. That's the ideal scenario. The worst case scenario is we get peanuts for this guy just to get him gone over to a rival, and he absolutely tears it up and helps Chelsea, you know, finish higher than us in the Premier League. Now that really would be absolutely awful, wouldn't it? So yeah, it's one of those we've got to get him gone somehow. He's got to go. I mean, I am reminded of that famous Gloria Gaynor song. When I think of Jadon Sancho, you know, at first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in here to find you with that sad look upon your face, and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? That song is literally written for Jadon Sancho. You know what I mean? So basically just go and walk out the door, mate, and leave your fucking key behind, pal. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be happy. So I don't care where he goes. Chelsea, Juventus, fucking Timbuktu FC. It would be nicer if he did go abroad. Why don't Al Ahly or one of these Saudi Arabian teams come in for him? That'd be nice. There's still time for other transfers, I suppose, on the cards, right? There's still an opportunity for another team to come in and sign him, but it's realistically Chelsea at this moment in time. Sorry about that, by the way. Luke CX, big up yourself there, my man. He says Sterling had 12 goal involvements last season. That is more than any United player. Højlund, Garnacho, Rashford, shrewd signing. Luke CX coming in with the stats, lad. I do like that, you know. I do like that. 12 goal involvements. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad. It's actually, in my opinion, it's really not that great. It's pretty shite, in my opinion. Depends how many games he's played. However, though, like you've just said, it's more than any other United player, but that's absolutely not saying much for last season because almost every United player was gash. So, yeah, fair enough, apart from a few standouts. But, okay, no, I take your point there. Sterling, you know, that's decent. 12 goal involvements, that's decent. If he can come in and play a bit part role and be a squad player for us and maybe come in and take over. I mean, is he really any worse than Gashford at this moment in time? Mate, big up yourself, RBSK, 4 months a member of this channel as well. Get in there, you legend. How does Fabrizio know all this in advance, says RBSK? Thank you for being a member 4 months. Well, I mean, I think he's built up a network of, like, sources, people within clubs, you know, ex-players, agents, things like this, which he gets his information from. That's the only logical explanation, you know. He's not mystic Fabrizio. He obviously speaks to people. I think he's got connections. He does his research. He's got all these contacts. You know, he's obviously he's a journalist, isn't he? Okay, it has been a good little clear out so far. We do need a little bit more, obviously. It would be nice to get somebody else in. So anyway, there was also reports of this, which is really looking just, it's not going to happen, is it? Because of all the issues we've got in the wide areas anyway. Yeah, if you could sell him and replace him, maybe that would be on the cards. But Antony dos Santos, there was some reports and links with him potentially moving on loan somewhere. Now, this is obviously just, again, speculative guff, and in my opinion is not going to happen because we're just too light in those areas anyway. If we had have kept Pellistri, if we had have maybe signed an Elise type or something, then yeah, fair enough, we could have got rid of Antony dos Santos, but it's not going to happen. He's Ten Hag's golden boy, and he wants to stay at Manchester United anyway. This is from Fab half hour before we start the show as well, just literally saying that he is not going anywhere. Antony's not going anywhere. He's going to stay. And we actually need him anyway right now. Like I say, if you could sell him and replace him, or loan him and replace him and get somebody else in, then okay, fair enough, because he's been suspect and pretty bang average for us last year. But if you're not going to be able to replace him, you have to keep him now. We literally have to. So yeah, I don't think there's any possibility of us loaning out Antony before the end of the window, but there are reports and stuff saying so. But Fabrizio just said that Antony to Real Betis is not happening. So hopefully that's true. I say hopefully. I think he's bang average, but we kind of need him right now, don't we? Dante has been a member of this channel for, that's right, 53 of your Earth months. That is super legit, mate. Get in there. Dante, how is life treating you? Absolute legend. He says, afternoon all. Any update on Ugarte? He signed yet or we leaving it late? Smash a like, ladies and gents. Hope you're all well. Thank you, Dante. Well, it's imminent, mate. Any moment, really. Could be any moment now. We're just waiting for the official announcement from Manchester United or, of course, PSG. And then same goes for McTominay, really. So I've been looking at Napoli's socials and their accounts and stuff and just seeing if there's an update on McTominay being officially unveiled, and it hasn't happened just yet. So it may well happen right now in a minute. It's just about to turn 4 o'clock. You never know. There could be a cheeky little post scheduled on their socials for then. Who knows? But no, Ugarte is not announced officially, but he has obviously passed his medical. He has signed. Fabrizio Romano said that he signed his documents and contracts and everything earlier on. There's just no official unveiling. So he is going to be a United player, but perhaps leaving it late. I suppose it could take a little bit longer to get some things sorted out. But why is it taking this long? He came in a few days ago. Why is it taking this long to get it done? It's quite annoying. Like we would just like to get it announced in the next few minutes. That would be lovely. Hopefully it is announced in the next few minutes. I've got notifications set up here. I'm hoping that, there's going to be something that comes out very soon, very soon. It is quite long, isn't it? From the point of it being actually sort of like agreed and stuff, it's taken a few days. It's quite annoying, lad. Oh, swap Mount with Sterling, if only. But Mount's bloody injured again, isn't he? Mason Mount, what an awful sign. He's injured yet again, folks. Goodness me, he announced an update, or yesterday he posted an update on his social just talking about his bloody injury and stuff. Guy's absolutely made of paper, that guy. It's unbelievable. So we've got another injury-prone Mount there who cost us 60 mil. He's got to be the shittest signing we've made for years, that guy, Mason Mount. Yeah, the injuries are mounting up for Mount. Absolutely. By the way, we're almost at 69 likes, guys. We need a few more likes to get to 69, dudes. Everybody, if you're just getting in, hit the thumbs up button on the video and spank 100 likes with us as well. Number 72, got the number 72. Yeah, absolutely. That would be lovely, Beata. It's absolutely not going to happen, but it would be lovely. It's more of a shock when Mount's fit. True. It's all PR. Say United don't sign any other players, they can then fall back on the good feeling of announcing Ugarte. Fair enough, Luke CX. I mean, we've had a successful, healthy window. It's not been the most mesmeric window, but it's been a good solid window. We've signed some good players in key positions, and we're trying to help obviously improve the side for the manager. And that's what's happened, but it's not been absolutely miraculous. So it's been a good window, but there's still a bit to do. Like, we are a bit short in the wide areas now up top there. We are still wanting probably some more cover at left back, So there's still a little bits and bobs for us to do. Hey, Roddy Can't Game, thank you so much for getting in this. Says, don't change the 69. Mate, big up yourself, Roddy Can't Game. It's too late, mate. It's too late. But big up yourself, Roddy Can't Game. Thank you so much for getting in here, lad. With a super chat. Hope you're having a good one. How are you feeling about Arsenal's transfer window yourself? Obviously, being an Arsenal scummer, let us know your thoughts. There's still a chance that Raheem Sterling may well end up signing for you also, as we discussed Arteta's quotes earlier on, just stating that you never know what's going to happen. He obviously didn't talk about Raheem Sterling, but he was asked the question, and it's on the cards. The reports are that Chelsea have offered him to you, so another player that could be potentially, signing for United in the short term as well. We don't know yet. Beats guy, yes lad, good riddance Sancho. I'd rather have Antony over Sancho any day. At least Antony doesn't have a shite attitude and has scored important goals for us. So true, and Antony's a worker. He tries, you know. He's like a worker bee, you know, like those worker bees. They go out there, they're flying around those flowers from morning till night, trying to get that pollen so they can go back and make that honey and do what they have to do to provide for their queen, right? And then ultimately they just die, okay? But those worker bees, that's kind of like Antony, isn't he? He is a worker bee. He absolutely tries and tries and tries and tries. The only thing is he's a worker bee with one wing. You know what I mean? He's a worker bee with one wing. So he's sort of like, you know, like flapping around like this one-winged bee. And he's not quite at the races, is he? But he bloody tries. You know what I mean? He bloody tries. Whereas Jadon Sancho's got 4 sets of wings, this guy, but he can't be asked lifting any of them, lad. So that's the difference. I'm 100% in agreement with you, though. I think he is a good worker and has a good attitude, but it's just like he needs to add a different facet to his game. He just needs to develop and get better and change his game because his game's too one-dimensional. He's been figured out. Yeah, there you go. He does show up in big matches. Yeah, he may not be good enough, but I agree. I want someone who tries over Sancho. £80 million, try hard, to drone. Oh my God. You're mad as an Arsenal fan. We put ourselves in a position to try and dethrone City and we're fucking around. Yeah, fair enough there, Ruddy lad. You've made some decent signings though, you know. How do you bloody fly with one wing? Very difficult it is. But actually, no joke, I got a picture of it actually. It was so interesting. There was a fly that just landed outside. I was sat outside the other day and it literally had like the remnants of one wing and the other wing was intact, but one of them was just literally just like a tiny little flake of a wing, and yet it could still fly. It's actually quite impressive. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Yeah, nice one. Stephen Shipman, what's good, you absolute legend? Come on. You need 2 wings, otherwise you just spin around. Yeah. Well, he had a bit of a wing, this guy. Okay, so anyway, I feel like we've got off the off the main topics here a little bit. But just to clarify, if you're just joining us for the stream, then it's expected that there could be an agreement reached very shortly between Chelsea and Manchester United. This is from David Ornstein just a few moments ago that says that Chelsea are expected to strike a deal with Man United to sign Jadon Sancho before the transfer window closes. There's no formal agreements in place yet, but the situation is advancing that way, and he wants to complete the proposed move to Chelsea. So because of that, guys, yes, I think this is a go-ahead. It could well be before the end of the transfer window, obviously, that we see this news announced. Wanted to jump on here to give you the latest update on it, as it was breaking about 45 minutes ago from Fabrizio Romano, and David Ornstein just said that it's expected that they will be able to reach a deal. I think they will as well, because clearly Chelsea want to get somebody else in there. They've got a player like Sterling who is supposed to, obviously want to leave as well, and Maresca has said as much and said that Sterling's a good player, but he's not his type of winger, and he doesn't want to, he doesn't want Raheem Sterling essentially. So there's no way back for Sterling at Chelsea there really. So they're going to get rid of him. They're also looking to just strengthen. So Sancho on the short term for them as well, whether there is an obligation to buy or an option to buy, probably more realistic would be an option to buy in the summer, because I doubt they want to get tied in to a player like Sancho who's had a rocky couple of years, who might well still be shite for them. He's going to probably have to prove himself at Chelsea if they would perhaps exercise any option to buy that might be in a deal. So yeah, but just as a short-term loan move, I'm torn about it. I like it in one respect because I think it's good to just get him gone out of the team, get him away from the squad. We can focus on people who actually want to be here and play and work hard and have the right sort of mentality. But then another part of me thinks, well, we're just sort of gifting a £73 million player that we paid £73 million for to a rival in the Premier League who will be fighting for the same sort of places in the league table as us. So, I'm a little bit torn because he might well do some good things for them. He's a talented player. He's got a lot of attributes. He's a talented player as Jadon Sancho. He's just not very good in terms of the way that he approaches the game mentally, I think. Hey, what's going on there, Mikhail Kramer? Yes, hey, Piggy. Getting lost in the shuffle at Chelsea. Well, I hope so. I hope he goes there and just does shite things and continues in the sort of vein of form that he's been in at United and just slots into that whole, ego, prima donna, gash bag, money bag sort of mentality team that they've got over there, A straight loan would be terrible. Yeah, if it's just a loan, then again, it saves United a lot of money. You're essentially saving, as wrong as it is, it's true, about £1 million a month by having Jadon Sancho go and play for Chelsea. That's if they're covering 100% of his wages. But it's somewhere in that region. You're saving somewhere in the region of £1 million a month by not having Sancho at your club if somebody else is paying his wages, which means that, well, that's a significant saving for somebody who's just a complete gashbag, who doesn't even want to be there. Mate, big up the Honest Tiger. Thank you so much there for your super chat. What did I think of the Europa League draw? Well, firstly, the actual draw format and everything, I think is shite. I hate it. Much prefer the old draw. The new draw format is absolutely gashbags with all that AI software guff picking their teams. It's rubbish, lad. But the teams that Manchester United drew, yes, I'm happy for it. I think obviously we've got a few minnows in there. That Pilsner side. We've got FSBC or whatever, HSBC, Lloyd's TSB, whoever the fuck they are. We got them in there as well. And we've got a really good tie against Fenerbahce, which is Jose Mourinho's side, obviously, and he's got Fred and Amrabat in his double pivot. So, that's going to be an interesting game as well. That's a cool fixture. And obviously Rangers, Battle of Britain, great game that as well. That'll be a good one. So I'm looking forward to the fixtures, looking forward to the ties. Porto, that's a tough game. Maybe our toughest game on paper, that one, Porto. So yeah, but overall, look, United's expected to beat most of those teams, aren't we? And we should be absolutely progressing. So yeah, don't like the format of the Europa League. Think it looks gash. Don't like the way that they picked it. They just need to stick to the old. What was wrong with the old way? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, with the group stage and everything. The 4 teams you played each team. What was wrong with that? Nothing was wrong with that, but they had to change it. The Honest Tiger, thank you so much for your super chat there, mate. Much love. No, I don't, Ruddy. No, I think they should have kept the old one. What do you reckon? Have a vote, guys. It's not just me, is it? Have a vote, old or new. What do you prefer? Obviously, we haven't actually seen the season, unfold in front of us yet, so we don't know exactly how it's going to really go. But just at the start of things, with how it's proposed and how it's been picked, etc. at the start, I think it's just unnecessary and it was gash, and I prefer the old one for sure. Old, not sure yet. More teams, more games, more money. New, we need left back. We do, Niraj. We do need a left back. New. Yeah, there you go. Lots of signings since Erik ten Hag's been in here, no doubt. Lots and lots of signings. He has spent a shitload of cash, over £500 million. Old, says Stephen. They made a new format for more money, more games equals more money. Yeah, there you go. Scumbags, lad. Not sure yet. Old. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. New format's atrocious. We need the old format back, greedy bastards. Bring back away goals. Do they not care about fans, though? Obviously not. They just care about lining their pockets and just squeezing as much money as they can out of the game for their own self-gain. That's what it really is. A lot of these bastards in charge of organisations like UEFA and FIFA and these other places. It seems like it. Because why don't the fans, the people who actually really matter the most in terms of football, have an opinion on that? Because I'm almost guaranteed, okay, this Bacon Brigade live chat right now is not necessarily a great cross-section of society, but I reckon it's a decent one, right? And if 90% of us people in here, football fans, are saying the old format's better, surely 90% of football fans asked before this would say the same. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think it's gash that they've done this, but there is a reason, and it's all down to financial shite, isn't it? Yeah. I would not want Rabiot at United personally, no, but I guess we would have him. Yeah, if he just wants to come in and be a squad player and we're not paying him an obscene amount of money, I would absolutely have him. But there's going to be players ahead of him. I don't want to see Kobbie Mainoo's development hindered. I think obviously Ugarte, him coming in, don't want to see his development hindered. He's only 23 and he's obviously going to have a bright future in the game. Casemiro's winding down. But yeah, we could probably do with another bod in there. But Rabiot doesn't really ping my bell, lad. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much, Sean Hodgkiss, for subscribing to the channel, lad. Nice one, Sean. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button and being a part of the show. Nice one. Right, okay, so, yeah, just to clarify, Antony not going on loan. Maresca comments on Sterling, so there's no way back for him. Arsenal offered Sterling reportedly this morning. Arteta quotes on it saying that, he's... they're not going to rule anything out, but they're not going to talk about players or anything. And as we discussed, the big story of the day, really, Chelsea submit official bid to United for Jadon Sancho. Understand it's an initial loan proposal, similar to terms offered by Juventus, but total package higher. Sancho open and keen to join in Chelsea, so up to the clubs, Man United to decide. That's via Fab and David Ornstein with a big update. Chelsea expected to strike a deal with Manchester United to sign Jadon Sancho before the transfer window closes. Get in there, my son! Sancho on the way out. Hopefully we can still see another player coming in other than Ugarte as well, because I do think we need a bit more cover. We do need somebody else to come in as well. Another Ornstein update, says ZX Flames. Well, let's take a little look. David Ornstein, see if there's another David Ornstein update, if you're just pulling the old plonker there. Okay, there is a new update. Big up yourself. Thank you, ZX Flames, for the update there. Let me get this up on screen, guys. And it is as follows. So, this is the news. This is the latest report here. Thank you very much for that, lad. This is the latest report from David Ornstein just a moment ago. Negotiations between Chelsea and Manchester United over transfer of Jadon Sancho, sent out on initial loan with obligation to buy next summer, would provide permanent solution for 24-year-old sort. Discussing obligation figure. Interesting. So it's an obligation to buy, guys. Get in there, my son. Fucking have it. That's banging news, mate. Negotiations between Chelsea and Manchester United over transfer of Jadon Sancho, centre on initial loan, with an obligation to buy. That means they have to buy him. To buy next summer would provide permanent solution. Let's fucking go. Get in there, my son. See you later on, Jadon Sancho. You're an absolute melt. Go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now, because you're not welcome anymore. I don't know, for just 1 second, it'll be back to bother me. Sorry, I've forgotten the lyrics. But yes, mate. See you later on, Jadon. Get it, son. Great news. Obligation is better. Yes, it is, mate. Obligation to buy is banging. Come on. Let's go. That's United not getting top 4 for another season. Well, I don't know. We'll see, lad. We spent a bit. We've got some new players. Absolutely, yeah. Mainu will be burnt out. Yeah, well, we've got Mainu, we've got Casemiro, we've got Ugarte. Get in there, 15 minutes. We'll see what the terms of this deal are shortly, So we are doing a deadline day live stream tonight as well, starting around about sort of 9:30 p.m. to see it out until the close of the transfer window. So come and join us later tonight as well, guys. We'll be back. Yeah, F off, see you later, do one. I don't know, BF Gaming. I mean, he still got potential. He had a heck of a lot of potential. He's doing great things as a youngster. He's just shat it since at United. Maybe they can revive him, but I doubt it. Another loan, oh well. Yeah, it sort of reminds me of that whole Juan Sebastian Veron situation where we signed him for a lot of money. He didn't really do all that much for us. He was a big name player. Then we sold him to Chelsea and, got something back from him at least. The fact is, initial loan means the final cost will be higher. Yes, hopefully, Yoga Benito. Let's hope that the amount of money here is somewhere approaching, 30 million at least. How much do you reckon, guys? How much do you reckon could be a figure for an obligation to buy? So obviously there's an initial fee up front. Let's just talk about the overall. But I'm thinking, 30 million, you can have him. Nice one, Jim. Yeah, more games. Oh, really great. 20 million, 50p. Bye-bye, Alvida same, sayonara. Yeah, well, Welbeck certainly has come back to bite us many times, so that's no doubt about that. That's so true. Hey, we just smashed 100 likes on the stream, baby. So, break out the red panties. It's red panty night. The live chat's got us 100 likes. Thank you, all of you. Big up. What's up, Josh? You a lad. Would mean Mudryk would be let go soon. Well, Mudryk's absolute poodoo magoo, lad. He's about as good as that butterfly tattoo on his neck. He's pretty bang average. Even though he sort of looks good on the eye, he's not effective at all. Hasn't been since he's come into Chelsea. He's been pretty shy. £80 and a Snickers. He wants to play on the left there. We'll laugh my ass off and Mudryk keeps him at the team. I think he was pretty bang average for us, really, considering the player that he was. It was like another Diego Forlan situation where they just didn't quite gel or fit into United for whatever reason. £20 and a bag of grapes, with McTominay, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Martial going, and possibly Sancho's left from the Deadwood FC. Well, it's Maguire would be left, wouldn't he? He's one of the Deadwoods left, I suppose. Maybe Lindelof's another Deadwood. You could argue Rashford. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got rid of a few of them. Mudryk to United. Well, it's going to remain to be seen who else we go for now, because it could be Sterling, but there could well be somebody else that we try and clamber for in the remainder of this window as a wide player. Yoga Benito, a.k.a. Play Beautiful in Brazilian, or a.k.a. Portuguese. Thank you so much there, Yoga Benito, my friend. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thanks for becoming a member over here, lad. Nice one, lad. Get in there. Everybody welcome in Yoga Benito with your favourite emoji. Thank you, Yogo. Disco Dave with a super chat says, delighted. Now pack your PlayStation and get out, son. That's it. Him staying up to 3 a.m. on Ultimate Team is now Chelsea's problem, lad. What's the cab fare to London? we'll take him there. I'll take him there myself. Mudryk was fantastic the first match, totally impotent ever since. Yeah, strange that, isn't it? We ain't ready for this. Our bench is going to be hilarious on Sunday. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this stream up, guys. Just wanted to jump on, tell you the Sancho news. You know, it's not a massive update. We knew he was probably going anyway, but it is looking very likely that it's at Chelsea now. It probably will move reasonably quickly as well, because let's face it, he wants gone. We want him gone. Seems like there could be, you know, a good home for him there, and especially we want him gone if we can get him gone with an obligation to buy, which is reported by David Ornstein here is what's happening. It looks like there is an agreement in place for a fee up front, and obviously I'm guessing all of his wages being paid by the club, and then obviously some sort of obligation to buy fee at the end of it. So yeah, that's the situation. Remains to be seen how much that will be for. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on this channel today. If there's any big breaking news, we'll jump on. I've also got a couple of videos set up for today, like the official announcement video for McTominay to Napoli and a thank you message, and a little video announcement as well for the Ugarte signing whenever that is officially announced. As soon as it's official via the clubs, I will post it, so you'll know as soon as you see that notification that we've got it done officially. So make sure you click the bell icon for notifications, so you don't miss anything. Nice one, Stephen, Simple, Indy, Duke, all you legends in the live chat. You can keep the debate going, though, after the stream. Come back afterwards, get your thoughts and opinions in. Thank you, Dave, BF Gaming, Jim, Simple, Makeu. Thank you, everyone, for getting in here and having your say. You can come back afterwards and have your say in the not live comment section. Keep the debate going there. Tell us what you think about Sancho. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick at Flying Pig United. Make sure you follow this channel, Flying Pig United. Hit the subscribe button there. And we'll see you later. We've got a show set up for tonight. If there is anything big breaking news-wise, I'll jump on in between. But if not, just be a couple of uploads and I'll see you for tonight's show. Nice one, James Riley. Absolute pleasure as always. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you, Jim, Craig, Neil, ETH out, and everybody else as well. All the legends. See you on the next one, guys. And remember, Piggy loves you. And also remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.